Hey guys, OHG here. I want to do a little talk video, because something great has happened for fans of MK 2021. The screenplay has been greenlit for the sequel. Um, we knew it was coming, right? Mortal Kombat 2021 beat out Godzilla vs. Kong and The Matrix Resurrections for the most streamed movie ever on the platform. Now, that to me is insane. As a Mortal Kombat fan, I couldn't be more ecstatic. So here's what we know. What we know is that a new writer, Jeremy Slater, who is also the lead writer on the Marvel Moon Knight series that will be debuting on March 30th, a day before your boy's birthday, but that's beside the point. So Greg Russo is seemingly out, which concerns me a little bit because Greg Russo was the MK fan of um, the writers. Now, the other things we know is that it has a fire looking poster with just a number 2 lit on fire. Max Wong tweeted about it. McCod Brooks tweeted about it. Everybody's tweeting about it. Lewis Tan. So it seems like the core nucleus of characters will be back. You got your Cole Youngs, your Jax's, your Sonya's. CC Stringer also tweeted about it. Um, the one thing I'm curious about is Max Wong tweeted about it, and as we know, Kung Lao ended up dying in the film as a result of getting his soul removed, his soul taken by Shang Tsung. Um, Now these are just a couple things I want to see happen in the film. Um, I want to see someone from Cole Young's family be in so much danger that he just opens up a can. Okay? Whether that be someone in his family dying, like the wife didn't have a huge role, um, or whether it be the daughter once again in harm's way. Um, Point is, we didn't get to see much of Cole fighting. We saw him kill Goro. That's another point. We saw him kill Goro, and we saw him at the end help Scorpion fight Bihan, aka Sub-Zero, aka Noob Saibot. I'll get into that too. Um, so something needs to happen to him to make him finally have his Rocky moment. Otherwise, your other option is to Mortal Kombat Annihilation him, a la Johnny Cage, and kill him within the first 10 minutes, which I don't want to see because I like Lewis Tan as an actor. Saw him in a couple of other things. Guy's pretty freaking solid. So I don't want to see that happen. Number 2, things I need to see. We need to see more Goro. They need to bring him back. They need to resurrect him, or bring out Kintaro. This is Mortal Kombat 2 after all, and we've never seen Kintaro in a film. Um, Although I do think it would be much the same thing where it's too expensive to have him on screen, so they do something with him and they kill him off quickly. Don't want to see that. But we need to see either Goro or Kintaro back in this film. We need to see. I want to see Katana. It's long past due. You know, we saw the lady who we thought was gonna play Katana, and she ended up bowing out or play. I think she ended up playing Natara actually, which was Natara was cool, but she was on screen just to get cut in half. Which, don't get me wrong, it was awesome and a pivotal part of the film, but um, you know, Natara is a favorite of a lot of people that like the 3D era games. So I kind of felt like she got done. She got done poorly. Number two. Wow. My numbers are mixed up. We need to see more. We need to see more fighting from both Raiden and Shang Tsung. How Shang Tsung could play out. It could be Shang Tsung fighting Liu Kang, and much like him turning into Chan in the first film, he could turn into Kung Lao, and we could have a fight between Kung Lao and Liu Kang on the screen, and he can be having a crisis. He's fighting Kung Lao. He doesn't know what to do. He's emotional, so he loses that fight. I don't know. It's just something that I think they can make happen. And we need to see Raiden fight. Raiden marched around like a grumpy coach. And it wasn't. I mean, Christopher Lambert didn't fight either. But if James Remar could get in on a little bit, yeah, I'm bringing up a good point of Annihilation. Believe me, there weren't many. But at least James Remar got a little bit dirty and fought a couple of times. And we got to see Raiden in somewhat action. Excuse me. But yeah. And the final thing I want to see, I want to see Kano come back, because he did. If you guys remember, he did take Shinnok's amulet and didn't put it back. Although it was implied that he put it back, we never actually saw him put it back. I want to see him come to life, and more importantly, I want to see him get his faceplate, which is completely plausible considering he's been impaled by a garden gnome, of all things. And for the last thing I want this movie. Actually, there's two more things. The first would be I want them to cast someone as Johnny Cage that is capable of playing the role. I know a lot of people want Ryan Reynolds, but I'm not in that camp. And hear me out for the reason why. The reason why is the instant you cast Ryan Reynolds, it becomes a Ryan Reynolds film. And why is that a bad thing? That is a bad thing because first Mortal Kombat, um, 2021 highlighted a bunch of actors that have not been in much of anything. And they also hired a bunch of actors of Asian descent, and these guys were amazing. Like Joe Taslim, absolutely amazing. Louis Tan for what he did on the screen. His character was a little dry, and he had the plot armor. Yeah, but I enjoyed what I saw of him. If you take a guy like Ryan Reynolds, this cancels out guys like Louis Tan and Mehcad Brooks and all those guys, and they automatically take a back seat because you have such a big star in Ryan Reynolds. So I don't want to see that. I want to see someone that they go and they pluck from somewhere, and much like they did with Heath Ledger's Joker, when they first casted Heath Ledger, I'm like, him from A Knight's Tale and 10 Things I Hate About You? Like, nah. But then, what happened? We were all pleasantly surprised. And we got arguably the best Joker portrayal that we've ever had. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for saying that because there are a lot of people in the Jack Nicholson camp, I understand. But, you know, there are people that like Jack's role a lot better. I was just a fan of Heath, and I want to see them do that with Johnny. I want to see a relatively unknown guy come in there and get that role and absolutely kill it. Okay, the last thing that I'm gonna mention about this, because we're going about 13 minutes now. I want a better pacing in the original one, in the 2021 version rather. The movie started, and then before you knew it, you were in the middle and the end game. Like, okay, it's like fasten your seatbelts, and it goes from 0 to 60. That's perfect if you're doing a TV show, but you're supposed to be doing a motion picture. Okay? Pace it a little bit. Let me enjoy what I'm watching. Now, one more honorable mention, and I'm gonna just plant this little seed, right? Little nugget. So, there has been a rumor that Dwayne Johnson is working on a video game movie. One of the most badass video game movies. That's the quote. What if Dwayne Johnson is the Emperor? Just saying. I'm gonna leave it there. But guys, let me know in the comments down below what you want to see in a sequel to Mortal Kombat 2021. What's got you worried? What's got you stoked? Because I know I'm not the only one that's spoken about this on YouTube. What's got you worried? What's got you stoked? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.